Hello guys, it's James and we're back for our round 23 bet tips, and it's so close to the end of the year and we had our worst betting tipping thing today. Like, everything missed. So we'll go through it super quickly. Thank God we built up enough funds, so we're kind of just losing house money, but no one wants to lose bets, everyone wants to make money. So man, that fucking sucks. Like, we've had weeks where maybe we've lost like 100 or maybe something, but you know, like we win 2 out of 9, but to lose every single one. So let's go through and see what the frick happened. So super unlucky. Isaac Heaney he polled 3 votes in that last quarter. He had 4 posies in the first. He had 8 in the second, bit worrying. 6. He was on target and then just fucking blew it away in the fourth. He did nothing for he didn't do that much for the Essendon Sydney game last night. So anyway, we picked the wrong game to go for unders for Isaac Heaney, and everyone else was great. Josh Dacos has been so reliable for 20 this year. Jamie Elliott, love for a goal scorer, but he got a free kick in the goal square. So was that game? He got a free kick in the goal square, and so you kind of get lucky with those ones. But Jamie Elliott for a goal is usually good. Actually, I'm just going to fly through this. So unlucky about the Heaney one. Cam Rayner as well has been in amazing form. And it was at the Gabba against GWS, and Brisbane only really had a good first quarter or so, and then I don't know, it was pretty meh from there. Definitely not a good last quarter, so very unlucky. All the rest of the picks here were kind of safe in my opinion. Yeah, super unlucky about Cam Rayner not kicking a goal, especially when he's been in such good form. Like I love backing a player who not just showing it for a game or two, but like the last 2 months, for goal kicking, Rayner's been in really good form for like a month and a bit, but for goal kicking, he's been really good for like 2 months. So man, it's just unlucky timing for that one. Everyone else was fine there. No one else to worry about. Connor Iden, man, I'm really tempted to go for 20 soon for Connor Iden. My other bet for this was Lockie Ash for 20 plus, so he hit, which was great. He was looked good early. The North West Coast game. Oh, dude, Harley Reid, how is he the leg that goes down? Cherry gets 30 touches. Sheasel kicks the goal. Sheasel and McGovern were the risky legs. How do they both hit and Harley Reid misses? Like, it's against North. I mean, come on, Harley, just 15 posies. So it's just so many unlucky ones. I'm not going to spend too much dwelling on this because everything misses. Brad Close has been our best goal scorer all year, and he missed the week before. I thought, yep, for sure, he's going to bounce back. He's kicked a goal. I think it was like every game but 1. So now it's 2. He's missed 2 in a row now. So that's right, because he missed the week before. So I was jumping on him to bounce back, and he didn't. So I think he's missed 3 now for the year, and 2 of them have been in the last 2 weeks. So very unlucky. Max Holmes, great for 20, only missed once all year. Tom Atkins, he is good as long as he just doesn't have those. He can have a game where he'll get 11 or 10, and it's like he doesn't look like he's going to get 15, but then there's games where he gets 19. Hayden Young as well, been great for 20. I think he's only missed once this year too. What was this one? Ben Long for a goal scorer. He was like 10 out of 10. Man, there's so many unlucky ones. Redmond was great, no Ridley. He just missed last night, he got 19. Anyway, Anderson was good. Took Mills back though this week, so we just have to careful. Sam Flanders missed in this game, didn't he? So Anderson hit though. Will Power was good, but his odds are too short now for 15. I was bullish on Logan Evans. I liked him. I kind of see him as a Darcy Wilmot type. I like Neil Bullen. Been fantastic all year. He's like 1 miss has been 13 posies. Jackson Mead though, he was 9 out of 10. I had no reason not to back him, and he just fell flat. I didn't watch this game, but apparently it was close. I was out Saturday night, so I didn't actually watch the Essendon Suns game either. I watched the highlight later. But super unlucky Jackson Mead missing there. Anyway, it's annoying with those ones because like Logan Evans, I'm taking a punt. I like what I see with Logan, and I'm like, yeah, I'll include him. Jackson Mead though, nah, he's been good for a month or so, or even 2 months. And his 1 miss was 14 posies. Come on, Jackson. Anyway, dude, every bet of these, this was unlucky. Connor McDonald didn't kick a goal, and Hawthorn pumped Carlton by like 100 points or something. And Elijah Hollins gets 2 posies in the last quarter, so he ends up on 14. And there was like no bench for Carlton. Was there one spot left or no bench? And like, there's no rotations. He's not getting taken off. He's playing like 100% of the fourth quarter and he gets 2 touches. I know he's gassed and everything, but like, fuck, surely the ball just falls on your lap at one point. Jarman Impey's good. Jack Ginnivan, dude, Hawthorn and Jack Ginnivan specifically, yeah, just playing so well. Yeah, really like what I'm seeing from Jack. He's also $1.50 for this week, so I still like Jack for $1 for 15 posies, but man, very unlucky games. And Shai Bolton again had another quarter where he didn't seem interested at all, so I think he got 12 or something, 13. Battle has been in great form. Mason Wood, fantastic all year. He did have a patch where he was for 20 plus, but 15 plus, I like Mason Wood. Tim Taranto is 10 out of 10 for 25 posies. He just got 25, so yeah, we like that. You've got to take advantage of those. He was green at the time, so he's also green this week. So yeah, he's like the only Richmond player getting a lot of the footy, but Dan Rioli had like, what, 36 posies or something, so... What's the last unlucky bet of the round? Oh, Luke Nankervis, who has been, again, our boy. Like, I feel like when we back these players a lot, Luke Nankervis, Brad Close, who else is just kind of... When they miss a game, I'm super bullish backing the next game. If they miss 2 in a row, it's like... They've had such a good run for me. I still think they've got, like, credits in the bank. And Mitch Hinge, he has fallen off a little bit. So, he was, like, just a great distributor from halfback. Well, he still is. But especially at home, like playing at Adelaide Oval, Hinge was great for 20. He would have games where he gets 30 plus, and now he's getting 16. So, might have to consider. See, this is probably the good part of the review. So, it's like another Mitch Hinge miss. Luke Nankervis, I don't mind. You've missed like twice all year. So, Matt Crouch was great, but again, his value is just going, it's getting a lot shorter now that he's got 2 games under his belt. And Riley Garcia just hit 15. So anyway, flying through, that's the recap. Super unlucky. Like, miss everything. All right, I'll be back one sec. Also, just want to quickly throw in, thank you so much for the support. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the likes. Like, it really means a lot, especially on these tough weeks. Like, I feel like we've been so good all year, and for it to just, you know, a third of our kitty just to slip away like that, you know, sucks. I hate it. I'm losing money too. So again, I just appreciate all the support and, you know, just all the positive comments in the meantime, because yeah, man, I'm definitely not planning for us to just piff away $450 for the week. So again, thank you so much, guys, and hopefully we have better luck this week. All right, let's get into the Melbourne Gold Coast Suns game. Oz Woody, I saw your comment. I need to set something up to go through this, because at the moment I haven't organized myself. I need to quickly get this done because I need to head out today. But tomorrow, next week, I have my RDO, my day off on Friday. So every second week I have time to do these videos. The other week is always kind of a bit of a rush. So next week, I'm going to maybe just set up a thing where I go through my tips. I haven't done that yet because I'm just trying to pump this out. But again, thank you for the comment. Thank you for the suggestion. And I know it's very late in the year, but I reckon it's definitely something to consider next year. But just putting it out there, my tips are not great. So like my tipping on the teams, that's why all my bets, like 99% of them, I never include the game result. It's just betting on the players. But that could be an interesting thing to check next year, or even just the final series this year. I might go through who I'm tipping. But yeah, like I said, usually my tips aren't great. So let's go on to my tip for this one. So I'll quickly go through. Oh man, it's so hard just getting this ready when there's not much to pick from. Ladbrokes and shit don't update it until like right before the game. But anyway, Ed Langdon been great, averaging 20 posies. Neil Bullen had that one game where he got 13, and he can have quarters where he gets 8 posies one quarter. 3 weeks ago where he got 15, he was on like 9 going into the 4th or 8, I don't know, and he just absolutely destroyed it. He was great. Bodie Euland, the 2 games he's missed, 14 and 13. I was at the 14 game, that was the Brisbane game, and yeah, he's looking good. It's against Melbourne at Gold Coast, so I feel like, you know, Melbourne not being amazing, but I feel like Bodie have his chance to get enough of the footy, so that might be, he's probably my value pick there, $1.62. Oh, and what I'm going to do this week, I'm going for $2.50 just to try and minimize that risk because, dude, every $3 leg missed last week. Very annoying. I was tempted to bet on Matt Rao for the unders because Took Miller's back, and he's had 2 monster games. Matt Rao is kind of always that player that will get maybe 20, although this year he's kind of getting sort of low 20, but he's always been a teens 20 type possession getter, and now that took Miller's back and he's had 230s in his cycle. I was really curious to see what his unders would be, but it wasn't actually, I couldn't bet on the unders. It wasn't available yet. So anyway, maybe if you're watching this in time, consider that. Sam Flanders missed last week, bounced back, not great value, but I've actually gone for Ben Long because, you know, Gold Coast at home being, you know, the powerhouse they are, and Ben Long, who I thought was just guaranteed for a goal against Essendon, didn't kick one. So I'm backing him for this week against Melbourne, him to bounce back. Neil Bullen, I've got two safe ones there. I've got Neil Bullen, who I think is really safe, has only missed by 2 posies in his last like 3 months, and same Ben Long, who's just missed 1 goal. So Bodie Euland is the risky one, but I dude, 8 out of 10, averaging 16.5 posies, and he just misses. It's not like he's shit out an 8 or oh, Brody Grundy. I was talking to a friend last night. I was like, Brody Grundy's bad games are like 13 posies. As soon as I say that, he gets a fucking 9 and he plays like 60% game time and gets pantsed by whoever the fuck that Essendon Ruckman was. I don't even know. And yeah, anyway, so you just sometimes just can't, like, you just can't help it. Like, people will just have bad games. But anyway, so that's the bet for the Melbourne game. Again, it's not much to pick from. Some you can have good gems, but anyway, let's go on to the GWS Freo one. Again, sorry for speaking so fast, pumping it out. Brett Daniels been great. Dude, Brett Daniels has been just probably the best ball getter for a small, high half forward. Fantastic. He's 1 miss, 14 posies, which I love. Harry Perryman is great. He had 1 miss, a month and a half ago now, 11 posies. And I kind of liked him in that game. He was doing everything he usually did off half back to try and get the footy, ask for handball receives and be open, but he just didn't get it. So, yeah, I still like Harry Perryman. Highlighted a couple others. I like Connor Iden, but he's too short. And man, I'm so tempted. Look, he's only missed 20 once in his last month and a half of footy. Man, I like Connor Iden for 20, but you know, I picked Harry Himmelberg, just because he's got that 1 extra. Man, I could have easily gone Connor Iden. He's the same. He's had 1 miss in the last month and a half, so either or there. But yeah, I've gone Harry Himmelberg for that one, and Andy Brayshaw for 20. Just that is. I think because without him, it was at like $2.20, and I'm trying to get that $2.50 mark. So Brayshaw, who's getting 29 posies, 10 out of 10, he just hit last week. So I'm like, that was a bad game for Brayshaw. So I feel like Brayshaw can, you know, if he's going to have a bad game, he's going to put out 20. All right, so I'll just chuck him in to get $2.50. No one from 25 that I like. I mean, yeah, sure, Green, like Whitfield has been amazing this year, just getting the footy, but do I want to have $1.08? Actually, when I think about it, he's averaging like 6 more than I need, or 7 more than I need him to be. And Brayshaw's averaging like 9 more. Anyway, so I'll keep reiterating. I've gone for $2.50 this week because all the $3 bets last week just fucking flopped. Josh Kelly, I really like for a goal. So every year, what did I write? So he kicked a point. And there's only 1 game this year for Josh Kelly where he's had no scoring shot. Every other game this year he's played 13 games this year, he's had a scoring shot. And he's only missed 3 out of 13. So he's 10 for 13. And he kicked a point against Brisbane. So at Giant Stadium against Freo, I really like Josh Kelly for a goal, but yeah, I've gone Harry Himmelberg as my, you know, because Harry Himmelberg, yeah, he's green and green. That's probably what I missed before. I always, if there's a green and green like that, that's, you know, you might get 1 or 2 of them, sometimes not even a week. But yeah, if you get 1 of them a week, that's great. I like to jump on them. Tim Torino's one who's also green and green. He'll pop up soon. But anyway, that's for a different game. Let's keep going. I'll make this super short and sweet this week. I'll have more time to go through this and do my tips next week. Collingwood, Brisbane, Berry, Wilmot too short. So Joe Danaher, there's no Henry Smith this week. He's out. Harry Sharp and Hipwood's back, so who knows where Hipwood's going to play, but he's not going to be in the ruck, so Joe Danaher will come and pinch hit and help out the Big O. which means he gets more posies. So this last, like, I think it's been a month or so, Henry Smith has been playing, and he's been 50%, so he's hit, miss, and so if we're going hit, miss, he's going to hit this week. But yeah, like I said, there's no Henry Smith, so yeah, I like Joe Danaher for posies this week. Darcy Cameron, who I really like, really like, but it's because I'm going Joe Danaher, and they're pretty much the same price, so I don't need to go Cameron too. I mean, I could, but my other bets, as you'll see, I've bet on Rayner. I really think he'll bounce back after kicking, like, just not bags, like multiple goals in over a month of footy, and then he misses. I reckon he'll bounce back. So yeah, Cam Rayner to bounce back after missing, Danaher to bounce back. I've also got Danaher for a goal. Like, he's $1.10 and he's averaging 2.5 goals a game. And look, I usually hate double dipping, but I feel like Joe Danaher for a goal should be pretty good, and he's not in the red price, so I like that. Dan McStay, Jamie Elliott. Dan McStay probably kick one against his old mob, so yeah, don't blame me for that. Lachie Schultz also missed the week before. Lachie Neale, who they played last week, Giants, and he had the Bedford tag, and he still got 24. So yeah, I like Lachie Neale for 25 for this game. Josh Dacos will just, rack it up. He's just a ball magnet. His one miss has been 24. So, and Josh Dacos has also been great this year. So I went, Danaher, Rayner. Oh, Wilmot. I threw Wilmot in there. I've had a couple of these really short odds to throw in to get to $2.50, but there's players there I really like. Like, I could throw in Cameron or Lachie Neale, but if Lachie Neale's price gets over $1.30 before the bounce today, I might do another one with him in it. But yeah, no, I do like Lachie Neale, and a couple of goal scorers to pick from. So next game, what do you call this? This is the showdown, not the derby thing. Okay, so that's right, we have Michael Laney. So they did that under 22s team, and I noticed, Michael Laney, I've liked him all year, and I think I've maybe had one bet on him, but yeah, anyway, his year this year has been great, and 8 out of 10, 16 posies, like, not setting the world on fire for the 15 plus bracket. Like, usually I kind of like, someone who's maybe 18 or 19 posies, so just a little bit over, but that's the risk. That's why he's $1.50. So Jackson Mead also missed the week before. There's a lot here to choose from. Like, Luke Nankervis also missed after having a great year, but he's only 25% in his last month. Is that a reason why we should maybe stop? Anyway, so I haven't included him. I've gone Michael Laney instead. Matt Crouch has pretty much lost his value. He's still there, but he's been great for 25. Like, even that game where he got 26, he got subbed off. So Matt Crouch just getting a bit of footy in before the end of the year. And Darcy Fogarty, after missing the week before, 3 weeks ago now, kicked the bag. Like, a player like this, like averaging over 2 goals a game, and they're still over $1.10. I do like. Kane Farrell as well, who's averaging over 20. 21 posies. Kane Farrell, I used to be just, kind of still is, a big range player who can have like 30 posies or 12. Kind of like a Dane Zorko. Maybe it's something to do with that halfback thing. But anyway, Kane Farrell, I do like, and he usually has a big game, small game, big game, small game, and he's had his small game of 17 posies. So let's see if he can go 20 or something against Adelaide in the showdown. Anyone else? Alir has just missed in his last 3 games. I'm kind of tempted. I'm tempted. And with Asava Radaglia playing forward, I assume he's going to be playing forward because he's like, he's 4th favourite for a goal. It's allowing Alir to get more of the footy. And like, I know he's just missing. So that 6 out of 10 is kind of, it seems harsh. But for $1.90, like, he's going to be close. His misses are 14 and 13 posies, so I've highlighted Alir. Logan Evans, who I, again, really like, is that Darcy Wilmot type player. But also, just, I wouldn't go like, Logan, Kane Farrell, Dan Houston, like, I'm going to pick one from that role, so I've gone Kane Farrell. Bergman as well, just misses. Yeah, there's a bunch here to pick from. Burgoyne, Worrell. Yeah, if I'm including that little short leg just to get me to $2.50, well, it didn't quite, but yeah, Kane Farrell. Jake Saligo. Usually, yeah, he's too short for 15 posies, so I've highlighted him. Yeah, anyway, usually he's in the 20 posie bracket. Horn Francis has had a great stretch after, what was that, 9 posies where he got, it was at Adelaide Oval. Was it against Brisbane? I can't remember. Nah, he had an absolute stinker. Anyway, but after that stinker, he's been much better. Lockie Scholl getting so much of the footy. I had him on my radar for a goal scorer, but just the way he's been getting the footy recently, 20 is not out of the question. Like, he's averaging 24. That's crazy. But he's just never really been on my radar for high posie like that. Usually it'd be like 15, but 20 posies bracket. So Isaac Rankin for a goal. First game back, you know, semi-quiet. What do you get, like 15 posies and a goal? Again, I didn't watch it. I was out the Saturday night, so I missed a lot of the Saturday games last week. But Josh Rochelle for a goal score, 8 out of 10, goal and a half. So yeah, again, plenty to pick from there. So let's go to St Kilda Geelong, which, oh, it's at Marvel. Okay. Okay, cool. Couple of options as well. I like it. So Shannon Neal for a goal scorer hasn't missed all year. Is he like the last goal scorer who hasn't missed all year? I know Charlie Curno's streak finished, but and he's injured. Yeah, Shannon Neal, even when he gets subbed, he's kicked a goal. So I don't think he started the sub. He's been taken off twice, but I think that's just what's selling me for Shannon Neal instead of Brad Close, because I love Close, but dude, 2 in a row of missing. Oh man, I'm very, very, very tempted to jump back on Brad Close, but a player who hasn't missed a goal this year. As soon as I say that, Shannon Neal has not missed this whole year. Here's $50, my good man, and then he just fucking shits it up. So anyway, I like Shannon Neal. We're going to stick with it, even though I am insanely tempted by Brad Close. I don't have anyone for 25, but Wanganeen Malira, who, again, a player who misses by 1 or 2 posies. So this 6 out of 10 is, again, a little bit harsher than it is because he's getting 23, 23, 24. So I do like him, but yeah, it's just, I feel like there's just a couple others to pick from first, but I don't blame you if you go him. Jack Sinclair as well has just been a beast recently. He had a very quiet start to the year and he kind of just dropped off my radar, but yeah, when he's hitting 30s and stuff most weeks, so yeah, he's been really good. Holmes has only missed that 1 game for 20, maybe a little bit too short, but again, I'm kind of trying to go the players that I feel like are more safe, and I know he's just hit 20 recently, but I do like Max Holmes. He's a little Dangerfield, so I like Max Holmes. Wanganeen Malira I've got for 20 as well, if you kind of need a bailout, but just to get it to that $2.50. Tom Atkins, 9 out of 10. I bet on him that 1 game. He had a stinker and I was kind of put off. I bet on him last week and he was good. Was it the week before? So yeah, I'm going Tom Atkins. Callum Wilkie has been, yeah, pretty good. 14. I can't remember what his other miss was, but yeah, I don't mind Callum Wilkie, but I've gone Battle because his form has been like crazy. And with all the talk about him like going to Hawthorn or something next year, or was it Hawthorn? I know Sam Mitchell was keen on him. Or no, did Tom Barrass go? I'm a little bit out of the footy trade news, but anyway, Josh Battle being in great form. Ollie Dempsey, who's, you know, in contention, or, you know, is he the short favourite for rookie? Man, I'm just a little bit out of it for all the awards and trades, and man, I just follow it for like super coach and stats wise. Anyway, so if you take that 5 out of his cycle, he's averaging like 21 posies. So that is a good option. But yeah, Shannon Neal, Holmes, Atkins, Battle to get you just over $2.50, $2.63, which I like. Zach Guthrie, I've bet on him, I don't know, almost every second game for Geelong, probably if not more. So I'm giving him a miss this week just because he got 20, which is a lot of footy for him. So, you know, Paddy Dow actually came back and had a good game. But again, sometimes I'll bet on these players when they have an absolute stinker. When he gets a 7 or something and gets subbed off. Or anyway, that's the Geelong St Kilda game. We're on to Sunday. We're on to Doggies versus North. I can't believe Doggies just got... I thought Doggies were going to be like, you know, one of the flag favourites pushing, and then they just get pants by Adelaide. Anyway, some of those bottom teams can have great wins like that. You know, St Kilda or Adelaide, they've got nothing to lose, so just play a bit of good footy and try and ruin someone else's season. So, $1.08. Oh yeah, so there's not much to pick from. So you can probably see already, I've gone for Adam Treloar in the 30 posie brackets. I've only done 30 posie brackets Oh, I don't know, maybe once, and it was just Nick Dacos. I don't think I've done it more than once. Anyway, so I've done it for Nick Dacos, and Treloar has been getting so much of the footy. So, yeah, Lockie Bramble for 15, who can have big games. I like him. The backline for the doggies. Tom Liberatore, he should be like $1.04 or even shorter, but I feel like that concussion risk and him getting subbed. But I'm happy to go for it, because even when he does get subbed, he gets very close. But yeah, no, I do like Libba. Yeah, Adam Treloar I highlighted for, man, there's fucking nothing in this game. Well, in my eyes. So, Bailey Scott, not bad. Anyway, Adam Treloar for 30, 7 out of 10, averaging just a little bit over $1.50, you know, good value. I do like that in Treloar. 40, 30, 28. So, yeah, he just missed last week. Actually, that should say missed. Everything else there is like a formula, but this category I just created. And Sam Darcy for a goal. So, I mean, how many players have I highlighted? 1, 2. Let's not include this one, because I've already got Treloar highlighted down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 players I have highlighted are my bet. This one sucks. And how's Cherry? How's Cherry like a $1.01? I know we got 30 last week. Is that the first? Oh no, Rowan Marshall has been very short this year, but I was like, is that the first time a ruckman has been a $1.01 for 15 posies? I'm pretty sure Marshall is like $1.10. Gawn can be $1.10. Cherry's $1.01. That's fucking crazy. That is so crazy. Anyway, will he be the All-Australian ruckman? Anyways, that game very quick, because there's just not much to pick from. Hopefully the odds get better on game day. Hawthorn versus Richmond. Will Hawthorn just pump the shit out of him? So that's kind of what I've thought just for 2 of these selections. Jack Ginnivan getting a bunch of the footy, 8 out of 10, $1.52. His misses have been 14 and 14 posies. Always been very close. He's just had a great year. Not come out of his shell. He's always been that sort of player, but he's playing footy. He's more comfortable. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. Like, he can do what he wants kind of at Hawthorn, and he's thriving in that environment. So, I like Jack Ginnivan for 15 straight up, and Mabior Chol for 2 goals. So you'd think Hawthorn spanked Richmond by 100 points, and Chol is 7 out of 10 for 2+ goals a game. And last week let's say, yeah, so he missed for 2 goals. So I like him to bounce back. He's averaging like just under 2 goals. So yeah, I think Chol can get goals. Connor McDonald, who missed last week after Hawthorn just pumped Carlton. So, but again, he was getting a lot of the footy. So yeah, I do like Connor McDonald and Jack Ginnivan. So I've highlighted both of them, and Connor McDonald is having an amazing game. But I'm like, just go kick a goal for me, please. Luke Bruce is still kicking him even when he's subbed. He'll come on, have like 5 touches and kick 2 goals. Mabior Chol, who I've highlighted for 2 goals. Tim Taranto, green and green, but I've actually just missed him because I would rather go Chol. I just think, look, I do like Tim Taranto, but I don't know. Something in my head is just like Hawthorn are just going to destroy Richmond. So anyway, that's my thought process. And it's kind of why I haven't really picked any of the backmen, like Carl Amon, who just hit against Carlton, and they were just destroying them in the last quarter. So thankfully they just swung it around a couple of times where Carl could get a couple of touches. But it's kind of why maybe I wouldn't go Jarman Impey. Even he had 25, but yeah, I'd rather just go the small forwards for Hawthorn for this game. And again, I've highlighted Jack Scrimshaw, but how much is the footy going to be in the back line? So maybe we save him for whoever Hawthorn are playing next week when they're not $1.07. Jacob Hopper for 20, I do like as well. 10 out of 10. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, I like this one. So, oh, that's right. With Chol and Ginnivan, they're already pretty high odds, $1.50. So I've just thrown in Tim Taranto for 20 when he's averaging 28. So again, we've done a couple of very short odds just to get us that $2.50. This one's $2.70, but yeah, so just throwing in Tim Taranto there. But I really like Ginnivan and Chol. So on to the last game for the round. West Coast Eagles versus Carlton. Can Carlton make the 8 with half their list playing? Anyway, this will be $1.78. West Coast have won like 9 out of their last 70 games or something, and they're going in as favourites. I know Carlton are depleted and just completely fallen off. That's so crazy to me. And I know it's at Perth, but that is Carlton, Carlton were $1.07 for top 4 6 weeks ago. I know, because I included him in a fucking multi that's now just gone. So they were $1.07 for top 4, and now West Coast are favourites to beat them. That is that's crazy. Anyway, I hope they still make it. So they've got West Coast and Saints. Hopefully they still make it. Jeremy McGovern, who I've highlighted for 20. Yeah, I did. 15 and 20. The 15 was his injury game. 15 is a bit safer. Oh, let me show you my bet anyway. What did I go? Elijah Hollins, that's right. He just missed last week. 2 posies in the last quarter with no rotation, so he was very fatigued, but I like him to bounce back. He's been great. He can have 10 posi quarters. So, yeah, I'll back him this week. Oh, we have another 2-goal scorer. He's pretty much very similar price to Chol, similar form, 7 out of 10, averaging 2.5. He kicked a bit more goals than Chol, but $1.58, and he kicked 1 last week. Man, thank God I do all this sort of before I jump on the video, because I'll do all this and think about it and have it all done, and then I jump on the video and I just talk off the top of my head. So it's great that I actually do this so I remember what I've done. There's a couple other goal scorers, but yeah, Jake Waterman. We're gonna 2 bets with 2 goal scorers. Or was it 3? Chol, Waterman. I think it was just those 2. Anyway, Matt Owies is the top goal scorer for Carlton, and I think Carlton are still a good chance. My tips are not great, but Paddy Cripps $1.30 or $1.28 for 25. When again, I feel like Paddy Cripps' bad games, he still gets a lot of the footy. Anyone else that George Hewitt, Nick Newman I like. George Hewitt has been fantastic when he's not the sub, so I'm happy to back him again. Yeah, I really like that bet. But again, I liked all my bets the other week. Witherden usually bounces back after a quiet game, so anytime you got 11 or 12, he'll get 20 the next week, so maybe that's the case. But yeah, anyway, sorry. Flown through this. Hopefully this has been helpful, and hopefully we don't have a stinker like last week, but this game would just be more interesting for the game itself. Like, what Carlton... I know, so many injuries for Carlton too. This is actually very interesting. I'm keen to watch this game. Yeah, not much else to pick from. Anyway, we'll wrap it up here. Again, last week, I'm pretty sure... I'm just trying to remember, because I know March is usually such a bad week for footy, and during the opening round where there was 4 games, I can't remember if I lost maybe those 4 or... But anyway, I'm like 99% sure this is the first time this has happened where we've lost all of them in a full round of footy, so fucking sucks. And we could lose this round, we could lose next round, not win a single bet for the rest of the year, and we'll still be positive. But obviously I don't want that. So again, thank you so much for all the comments, the support, and everything during some of these really shit weeks, because I appreciate when you guys are there for the good weeks and post like all of the good bets or the thanks for this, thanks for that. And so during the shit weeks as well, it means a lot, just liking the video and leaving a comment and stuff. So yeah, hopefully we have a good week this week. I'm going to upload this now for the Saturday games, and I'll have more time next week to go through my tips, my bets and all that. But yeah, hopefully we have a good run to the end of the year. All right, that's it. See you guys. Bye.